Oh, Lord, what a mess. Oh, my God. What do I do? I have to do something. I don't know what to do. Oh, God, he's going to die. Ambulance. That's it. Dial 999. He'll be all right, won't he? Telephone. Must find a telephone. What are they looking at me for? I didn't know what to do. That's their job anyway. I didn't know what to do.
Frank Lawrence is dead, choked by his own blood, and he needn't have been. Reg Barnes let him die, and he needn't have done. Frank was an only child. Somebody's going to have to tell his folks and tell his girlfriend. And somebody's going to try to comfort them. Will anybody try to comfort Reg Barnes, who, heaven help us, let a man die, and who, heaven help him, knows he did? He didn't damn well know what to do. And so Frank Lawrence is dead. Would you have let him die? He needn't have done, you know. It might surprise you to know that in this country every year over 20,000 people die accidentally. Of these, many, perhaps many thousands would have lived if the first person on the scene had known what to do. Thousands of unnecessary deaths. And that's a terrible lot of needless grief, misery and distress. And it could have been avoided. Surely it's worth learning the very few simple things which make all the difference between life and death. But first, let's meet Joe. This is Joe, a man, a human being like you or me. Well, sort of. Anyway, he breathes. His manly heart beats, and rich red blood flows in his manly veins. Which is just as well, because otherwise he'd be dead. Wait a bit, Joe. You're not dead yet. That comes later. And this is Josie, his girlfriend. She's human, too, and just as likely to die as Joe. No, don't die yet, either of you. When you get down to it, 4 things will kill Joe or Josie. First, if something stopped her breathing, for example, she'd die in a few minutes. All right, Josie, you can die now. This way of dying is called asphyxia. Or again, if he lost all his blood, he'd die just as surely. Thirdly, shock might kill him. No, hold it, Joe, not that sort of shock. Here we're talking about shock following an accident, or associated with illness, perhaps without any obvious injuries. That sort of shock is certainly a killer. Or if that girlish heart stopped beating, she wouldn't last long. So those are the 4 main killers. And this is the point. Suppose when one of these things is happening to Joe, you come on the scene. You have a chance to save Joe's life, a good chance. What would you do? You might do one of 3 things. nothing except watch him die and live with a bad conscience forever, or you might help him to die quicker by doing the wrong thing. Or you might do the right thing and save his life. Now, dying is no joke. It's usually a horrible, sordid business. And it's nearly always a desperately upsetting occasion for anyone present or connected with the victim. Don't fool yourselves. No one can stand by and watch a man or woman die without a lasting scar on the memory. But saving life is a different story. And at any moment, today perhaps, your chance could very well come to save a life which, without you, is lost. To catch one of those 20,000 Joes at the critical moment between the accident happening and qualified help arriving. This critical moment came for able seaman Jim Metcalf one bright morning by the sea. Jim may not be the world's greatest lifesaver in water, maybe, but he does know about the kiss of life when somebody's stopped breathing. He knows that he mustn't waste a second in getting air into her lungs. He knows that to do so, he must get the head right back, otherwise the tongue may be closing the throat. He knows he has to close the nostrils, otherwise the air he blows in escapes through them. There's nothing difficult about the kiss of life, and even if you know no more than we've just said about it, have a go. You've nothing to lose, and a life to gain. So man, woman, or child, have a go. Of course, drowning isn't the only occasion when you might discover somebody not breathing. Coal gas accidents are a particular hazard to old people, and coal gas will certainly stop anyone breathing. Or, as the papers put it, an overdose of drugs. That's a familiar enough cause of interrupted breathing. And so are the fumes from a car exhaust. And there are many others. But whatever the cause, if the casualty's not breathing, have a go with the kiss of life. It saves hundreds of lives a year and could save many more. So if you find Joe not breathing, the kiss of life at once, or sooner. It can't be too soon. And now let's think about bleeding. With bleeding, the critical moment between injury and death isn't difficult to spot.